intention is to come here and to hand the mayor a punishment of 90 days loss of pay, and you're going to request that she pay back $190,000 today in council. Both of those issues were removed from the agenda effectively. They could not be dealt with. We don't know why, because it happened behind closed doors in an in-camera session, but are you disappointed?
Very disappointed that we couldn't finish the job. We couldn't get the job done. It's this has been going on way too long. To me, it's another stall tactic, you know, that we're going through here. And unfortunately, I can't explain what it was all about. But I wanted to get it done.
Would all the councillors have been in conflict in terms of talking about the expenses?
I can't talk about that. Sorry.
In terms of the taxpayers of Brampton, they want to make an informed decision ahead of the October 27th election. They know what the audit found. They know that the Integrity Commissioner stated that rules were broken. The mayor violated the code of conduct. In your opinion, does not being able to follow through with the punishment, does that change things if it doesn't happen before the election?
Well, it obviously doesn't make it any better, that's for sure. I know what I got to pay. I know what I got to pay, and I'm willing to pay mine, and I've been willing to pay mine all the way along. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the other stuff done, so there's lots of questions at the door. All kinds of people are asking those questions. We tried our darndest to you know, to get there, but we just couldn't make it.
And the $190,000 repayment that councillors had mentioned that they were going to demand Mayor Fennell pay back. That's the $34,000 that the audit had recommended she pay back, in addition to $156,000 that she could not provide documentation for to prove that she did everything above board. That $190,000 total that, you know, councillors had said they were going to ask her to pay back now, was that discussed?
No.
That wasn't discussed. There wasn't a chance to even get there.
There wasn't a chance to get to that, no.
Well, what's surprising is, wouldn't you have known you all would have been in conflict of interest before this date to be able to call off this meeting? I mean, why?
No, this was all a surprise to us when we got into the meeting today, when senior staff brought back the recommendation that we had to go follow by.
It was your opinion that you should have been able to go through?
It was to protect the corporation as well.
But wouldn't they have advised you that much sooner?
Not until today when we got into the meeting.
And would you have preferred that you had gone forward with the meeting and the agenda items today?
Absolutely.
Will taxpayers find out about A, the 90-day loss of pay, and B, the final repayment amount? Will they find out before the election on October 27th?
I sure hope so. That's my plan.
Like, do you think they will?
We're working toward that for sure.
Can you explain what is going to be posted on the website on Friday?
Oh, about the amounts that each councillor owes or each person owes.
And do they have then an opportunity to dispute that amount afterward?
They do have an opportunity to dispute it, yeah, absolutely.
And with Mayor Fennell, was the $156,000 that she could not provide?
That wasn't even brought up. It was only brought up about 34 or something.
But for taxpayers who believe that they shouldn't have to pay for $156,000 just because the mayor didn't have documentation or receipts for it, to those taxpayers that don't think they should have to pay for it, you know, can you speak on behalf of some of them? You've certainly heard from many of them.
Yeah, I heard from lots of them, but there's a lot of, you're touching on some of the stuff that we talked about inside, so sorry I can't speak to that.
And your name is Councillor?
Sanderson, John Sanderson.
And Councillor, you brought forward the motion originally for the audit in the first place.
Absolutely.
So that was something that you wanted to do clearly to get this all dealt with before the election.
That's right.
Again, can you comment on the fact that your motion effectively now has been deferred, it's been delayed again?
Again and again and again. You know, the threat of a lawsuit, the last meeting that we had is just through this whole thing out of whack.
And who made that threat?
The mayor, and she threatened to sue Deloitte and the Integrity Commissioner and some members of council.
The city CAO said that Deloitte is no longer engaged in the process.
That's right.
Is that primarily because of the lawsuit threat by the mayor?
Yep.
Could you elaborate?
No, it's just that they pulled out of the process.
Why?
Because of the threat of a lawsuit.
By Mayor Fennell.
Yeah.
Councillor, how frustrating is this for you to
Very
know it's been deferred and deferred and deferred?
Very much. You know, we've been trying for a number of years to get some of this stuff cleaned up, and it's been very difficult and very frustrating.
So do you think Deloitte did something rotten, why they wouldn't stand up for what they did?
No, Deloitte pulled out because they were threatened.
Correct. So if you were threatening them something that you know you did correct, why would you be pulling out?
Well, I wouldn't, but I can't speak for them.
Exactly, so
Yeah.
they know they maybe they fucked up and
Well,
they pulled out.
sorry.
Because you know, if there's something that you have done under your business that isn't questionable, then you fight it.
Yeah.
Everybody else does.
Sorry, for
Sorry,
those of us who missed the
I don't
beginning of
think they-
this,
they pulled
what
out
should
because of
taxpayers,
that. It's
Sorry.
because
what should
of the threat
taxpayers
of,
take of this?
lawsuit.
How would
Everybody
should
else
make
wants
It's going to be paid back. The money the money that's owed is going to be paid back, absolutely going to be paid back. There is a mechanism in there for
Well,
dispute
everybody's
resolution,
white because
just on
the
certain
law
parts of it, not the
society-
whole thing, just certain parts of it. Certain parts of it did follow policy, so that's the reason why this dispute resolution.
But you heard the public, they're not satisfied with
Not
this
at all.
process at all. They saying it smells bad,
Yeah.
Would they see through this
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
something, as a delay tactic? I
yeah.
mean, what do you have to say to those
And
people
I-
who are here waiting to hear what you have to
And
explain?
I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them at all for being mad. I don't blame them for mad for sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting, and the fact they didn't get the answers that they hoped to get. They should have got the answers 2 weeks ago.
Are you confident they'll come before the election?
Yep, I am. Yep.
How is that going to happen?
Well, we just got to keep pushing.
Just what are the next steps for you as a counselor?
Well, this week, the city manager said that the invoices will be out by Friday, and then following that, it should just fall into place.
Which means,
Well, hopefully, there's another meeting called prior to the election, and then we can clear it all up.
and the amounts prepaid are the ones found in the auditor's
That's right.
report?
Yep, yep.
Okay, and that'll be posted on Friday?
Yep, that's what he said. So hopefully, it all falls into place.
So a meeting to discuss the payment, just to be
Well, the
clear?
other findings as well, we need to go on with the other stuff, the integrity commissioner's report.
How many members of council are there here in
10.
Brampton? 10.
10.
And they are all listed in that report as all
10
three?
and the mayor's, which makes
So it's
11.
11 required repayments?
Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Okay,
yep.
thanks.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't
Yep.
think I caught your name on the
Oh,
mic.
John Sanderson.
Thank you very
Councillor.
much.